This is a presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Any other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the Oklahoma Sports Network's consent is prohibited. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be used without express written consent.
And good evening, everyone. We are coming to you live from Midwest City High School's baseball field in Midwest City, Oklahoma. We have a rival here, a showdown between Midwest City and Del City. This is a district rival. When I say district, I of course mean Mid-Del, not a baseball district. It's also senior day at Midwest City High School, and in about 4.5 minutes, we will present to you the Midwest City seniors. They will all be in the starting lineup as well, as this will be their final home game of the year. My name is Jordan Ray. Hope to be joined later in the broadcast by a Del City legend, John Kilty, but that will be coming up later. The first pitch of this game is supposed to be around 6 o'clock, but we're coming to you early so we can have the senior presentation, and that'll be coming up in a few minutes right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Whataburger, bring back our mushroom Swiss burger. I heard corporate said it's never gonna happen.
Corporate here. We had the bandwidth to circle back on this action item, and
We're aligned. Bringing you grilled mushrooms, melty cheese, and creamy au jus sauce. If synergy like that isn't cool, then we don't know what is. The mushroom Swiss burger is back.
we're bringing back the hits.
What a burger!
Have you ever seen an insurance commercial and ask yourself, are they really telling me the truth? Well, guess what? They're not.
Somebody runs a red light and you think all of a sudden their insurance company's going to be all neighborly about it? Insurance companies aren't in the business of saving you money. They're in the business of keeping your money.
So remember, save our number in your phone so when tragedy strikes,
Call Rob and Will.
have you ever seen an insurance commercial and ask?
This isn't just any burger run. This is a burger run for Whataburger Sweet and Spicy Bacon Burger. 2 fresh all-beef patties with melty cheese, grilled onions, crispy bacon, and sweet and spicy pepper sauce. One for you, one for him, and one for your unofficial roommate, Brad. Always order an extra. You know, for Brad. The all-time favorite sweet and spicy bacon burger from Whataburger. Just like you like it.
Experience the best wash in town at Tommy's Express. You'll love our open and bright tunnels, easy loading flat belt conveyor, unlimited membership, and free vacuums and mat washers. Experience the difference and visit Tommy's Express today.
I'm so hungry I could eat all the tires off this bus.
When you're on the road, there's a lot of late nights, a lot of early mornings,
Not supposed to say that.
a lot of honey butter chicken biscuits. You hear my belly growling?
Yep. I'm gonna need one of those right now.
And a lot of good times with my band.
What a burger!
If you've lived in Oklahoma long enough, you'll know that we get extreme weather. With that extreme weather comes hail damage to your roof and an insurance claim. When that happens, There's not a better company to deal with on your insurance claim than Cantrell Roofing and Construction. Since 1987, Cantrell Roofing and Construction has proven to be the best in the business. And always remember, God hail, call Cantrell. Call them at 405-642-8558.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Whataburger, bring back our mushroom Swiss burger. I heard corporate said it's never gonna happen.
Corporate here. We had the bandwidth to circle back on this action item and...
We're aligned. Bringing you grilled mushrooms, melty cheese, and creamy au jus sauce. If synergy like that isn't cool, then we don't know what is. The mushroom Swiss burger is back.
We're bringing back the hits!
What a burger!
Have you ever seen an insurance commercial and asked yourself, are they really telling me the truth? Well, guess what? They're not.
Somebody runs a red light and you think all of a sudden their insurance company's going to be all neighborly about it? Insurance companies aren't in the business of saving you money. They're in the business of keeping your money.
So remember, save our number in your phone so when tragedy strikes, call Rob and Will.
This isn't just any burger run. This is a burger run for Whataburger Sweet and Spicy Bacon Burger. 2 fresh all-beef patties with melty cheese, grilled onions, crispy bacon, and sweet and spicy pepper sauce. One for you, one for him, and one for your unofficial roommate, Brad. Always order an extra. You know, for Brad. The all-time favorite sweet and spicy bacon burger from Whataburger. Just like you like it.
And we're back with Mid-Dell Baseball and the Oklahoma Sports Network. Here are the senior presentations.
Tonight is senior night here at the ball field, and we'll be honoring our senior baseball players and managers. Our first player is Deontay Buckner. He plays first base for the Bombers, and he's escorted by his mom, Brittany, and his sisters and family. It is maxed out. Other sports and hobbies Deontay does is football and powerlifting. His future plans are to be a welder. His favorite memory at Midwest City is getting money from roaming. His most proud accomplishment is winning a district championship. His advice to future players is, until the final out, vodka. It's maxed out. Yeah, it's maxed out. Brandon Dixon Jr. He plays outfield for the Bombers, and he's escorted by Brittany Williams, his mom, Brandy Dixon, his sister, and Cheryl Williams, his nana. It's maxed out. Yeah, I'm talking right. His future plans are to go to college and play Division II football and major in cybersecurity. His favorite memory is hitting his first home run. The accomplishment he's most proud of is becoming a state champ. Advice to future players: take no days off and smile and have fun every step of the way. Our next player for the Bombers is left fielder Mason Gamble. He's escorted by his mom, Melissa, his dad, Nash, and his grandma, Betty. His other sports and hobbies include yearbook and leadership. His future plans are to go to college and study His favorite memory is the bus ride home after an away game. The accomplishment he's most proud of is outrunning the German Shepherd next door with Turner. Advice to future players: don't take a day off. Our next player is Rodarius Hawkins. He plays outfield and catcher for the Bombers. He's escorted by his mom, Jennifer Hawkins, and his dad, Roger Hawkins. His other sports and hobbies include his job and music. His future plans are to start his own HVAC company. His favorite memory is throwing the fastest kid out from North Rock Creek. Accomplishment he's most proud of is paying for my tattoos. His advice to future players: don't make Winkle or Romy mad. Our next player is Jeremiah Jackson. He plays second base for the Bombers, and he's escorted by his dad, Bryce Jackson, his mom, Erica Jackson, and his brothers, Carter, Kingston, and his grandpa, Ed. Jackson's grandma, Michelle, Patrick, and grandpa, Hector Sr. His other sports and hobbies include hanging out with friends and family. His future plans are to attend Rose State College and study cybersecurity. His favorite memory is the late night hitting sessions. The accomplishment he's most proud of is winning the Bomber Pride Award sophomore year. His advice to future players: put in extra work. Our next player is first baseman Turner McPherson. He's escorted by his mom, Heather, sister Lona, brother Maddox, and girlfriend Tori. His other sports and hobbies include playing guitar. His future plans are to go to college and play baseball. His favorite memory is me and Mason running from the German Shepherd. The accomplishment he's most proud of is hitting my first home run in high school. His advice to future players: trust the process. Our next senior is Kevin Nelson. He plays first base, third base, and catcher. He's escorted by his uncle, his mom, his brother, and sister. His other sports and hobbies include fishing, off-roading, and gaming. His future plans are to become a first-generation farmer. His favorite memory is the broken boat trip. His accomplishment he's most proud of is too many. His advice to future players: stay positive and have fun. first manager of the night is Zoe Hahn. She's escorted by her mom and dad, Regina and Doug Hahn, and her siblings. Her other sports, hobbies, and academics include cheer, band, jazz band, and NHS. Her future plans are to attend Rose State College and become a radiology tech. Her favorite memory is marching band season. The accomplishment she's most proud of is graduating in white as a valedictorian. Her future advice is always push yourself to do better, and you will. Our final manager of the night is Brooklyn Stewart. She's escorted by her mom, Secret, and her siblings. Her other sports and hobbies include Stuco, leadership, and bomb squad. Her future plans are to attend Rose State and OU to get a doctor's degree in psychology. Her favorite memory is spending time with friends and family. Her biggest accomplishment is being able to graduate with the best senior class. Her future advice is to never give more when they only give you less.
Seeing the presentation of 2025 Midwest City Senior Baseball class, and we really appreciate these Bombers and what they have meant to the program. We will resume the broadcast. You'll see a picture of the field for a while, including players warming up, but we'll resume the broadcast for the upcoming game between Midwest City and Del City in about half an hour. Testing. All right, we're back to you live on the Oklahoma Sports Network here at Midwest City High School in this rivalry game between Midwest City and Del City. And I'm excited to be joined by a Del City legend, and will be one of his probably his last broadcasts on the Oklahoma Sports Network before he gets to enjoy retirement and all the things that go with it. I'm talking, of course, about the captain, John Kilty.
Oh, thank you, Jordan.
It's so great to have you on here, and it's great to be able to talk, Del City with you. You're among other things, the team's bus driver.
Yeah, I drove the bus today.
Yeah, and then you had to go so far too.
Long trip.
Yeah. So what's interesting about Del City, Coach? We'll talk about both teams plenty, of course, but Del City, they had to make a coaching change in August.
August, that's right.
It's not an ideal time to get your new coach in. And so, Coach Garcia, Kyle Garcia is his name, and he's went to Choctaw High School, but Del City before that years ago. And, again, he took a job as an assistant wrestling coach, I believe, for Del City.
That's correct, yeah.
Not knowing that there would be a baseball opportunity for him. And so it's tough circumstances, but he's done a lot with it.
Well, Jordan, Kyle was a baseball kid. I mean, he played baseball at Choctaw and Del City his first year, and then Choctaw the last 3. So, he knows a thing or two about baseball. But you're right. Come August, the baseball coach, who was also the offensive coordinator in football, he had to leave. And so they went to Kyle and asked if he wanted it, and he just jumped all over the opportunity. He was really pumped up like a little kid in a candy store. And so, but, man, what he's done with this team, I'm telling you, he's got these kids playing some nice baseball out there. They're thinking, they're playing baseball. They're just not in the positions. And it's been kind of fun to watch their improvement over the year, over the season, if you will. And, I think we might have a good ball game tonight, Jordan. And, by the way, thanks so much for your introduction. It's great to be here with you. When you talk about legends, you're the legend sitting right next to right here next to me, and watching what you've done in the classroom. For those of you who don't know it, he used to be a coach, and a good one at that. He coached basketball here at Midwest City, and OSN has kind of taken over his hobby and his time, and he does a great job. And Jordan, I feel very honored that I get to do my last game with you, so thank you for the invitation.
Well, and you mentioned hobby and time. That's definitely true. It's a hobby, and it takes up time.
It does.
And you mentioned basketball. I have to tell you off the air I'm starting to get some recognition for it. But we're in baseball mode now. So
all right, we're baseball. Got it. I'll be interested
to hear that.
I'm
going to ask you on the air. When we had Midwest City on Saturday, there was a couple reasons we had that game. It was another makeup game like this is, a game that was not originally on the schedule for that particular date. It was against Tulsa Edison Prep. It was a district game they had to take care of to clinch a 4 seed or finishing 4th in their district. But they also honored a coach that I'm sure you have to be familiar with. And say anything about it if you don't have much to say, that's fine. But talking about their former baseball coach, Jerry Long.
Oh, yeah, Jerry Long.
Yep.
Holy cow. Yeah, for those of you out there, I coached Mount St. Mary baseball for 17 years. And, of course, you get to know in the summer during the season all the coaches all over Oklahoma. And you get to know the legends real quick because you can tell by the way they come to home plate and they look at you. You can kind of figure out real quick that they're a legend. And that guy, I'm telling you, well, you've heard the stories about him, I'm sure. There's certain people around here that care a lot for kids and care a lot for the game. And they respect it, and he's one of them. He's thanks for telling me that. I didn't know he's all done. So
well, yeah, he came and they recognized him before that game, and so we went on early for that recognition. But the thing is, I was joined, of course, by Tom Carpenter.
Yeah,
and he coached Tom. That's how far back he
goes.
Midwest City. He coached Tom back in the day.
Old man baseball.
Yeah, and we wanted to have him on, but it was hard to get up the bleachers, and it just didn't work out, but that was fine. It was just good to be able to talk about him on the air, and and again, it was a game that was not originally on the schedule for this date, so that was good to have that on. And now this is senior day for Midwest City.
Yep,
we'll talk more about him. Every senior for Midwest City is in the starting lineup. All right, we'll have those starting lineups for you and more. We're going to take a quick break, but come back and we'll get this game underway. It's the Bombers and the Del City Eagles on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Whataburger, bring back our mushroom Swiss burger. I heard corporate said it's never gonna happen.
Corporate here. We had the bandwidth to circle back on this action item, and
We're aligned. Bringing you grilled mushrooms, melty cheese, and creamy au jus sauce. If synergy like that isn't cool, then we don't know what is. The mushroom Swiss burger is back.
We're bringing back the hits.
What a burger!
Have you ever seen an insurance commercial and asked yourself, are they really telling me the truth? Well, guess what? They're not.
Somebody runs a red light and you think all of a sudden their insurance company's going to be all neighborly about it? Insurance companies aren't in the business of saving you money. They're in the business of keeping your money.
So remember, save our number in your phone so when tragedy strikes, call Rob and Will.
This isn't just any burger run. This is a burger run for Whataburger Sweet and Spicy Bacon Burger. 2 fresh all-beef patties with melty cheese, grilled onions, crispy bacon, and sweet and spicy pepper sauce. One for you, one for him, and one for your unofficial roommate, Brad. Always order an extra. You know, for Brad. The all-time favorite sweet and spicy bacon burger from Whataburger. Just like you like it.
Experience the best wash in town at Tommy's Express. You'll love our open and bright tunnels, easy loading flat belt conveyor, unlimited membership, and free vacuums and mat washers. Experience the difference and visit Tommy's Express today.
But when you're on the road, there's a lot of late nights, a lot of early mornings. Not supposed to say that. A lot of honey butter chicken biscuits. You hear my belly growling? Yep. I'm gonna need one of those right now. And a lot of good times with my band. What a burger!
If you've lived in Oklahoma long enough, you'll know that we get extreme weather. With that extreme weather comes hail damage to your roof and an insurance claim. When that happens, there's not a better company to deal with on your insurance claim than Cantrell Roofing and Construction. Since 1987, Cantrell Roofing and Construction has proven to be the best in the business, and always remember, got hail? Call Cantrell. Call them at 405-642-8558.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Whataburger, bring back our mushroom Swiss burger. I heard corporate said it's never gonna happen.
Corporate here. We had the bandwidth to circle back on this action item, and
We're aligned. Bringing you grilled mushrooms, melty cheese, and creamy au jus sauce. If synergy like that isn't cool, then we don't know what is. The mushroom Swiss burger is back.
We're bringing back the hits.
What a burger!
Have you ever seen an insurance commercial and asked yourself, are they really telling me the truth? Well, guess what? They're not.
Somebody runs a red light and you think all of a sudden their insurance company's going to be all neighborly about it? Insurance companies aren't in the business of saving you money. They're in the business of keeping your money.
So remember, save our number in your phone so when tragedy strikes.
Call Rob and Will.
This isn't just any burger run. This is a burger run for Whataburger Sweet and Spicy Bacon Burger. 2 fresh all-beef patties with melty cheese, grilled onions, crispy bacon, and sweet and spicy pepper sauce. One for you, one for him, and one for your unofficial roommate, Brad. Always order an extra. You know, for Brad. The all-time favorite sweet and spicy bacon burger from Whataburger. Just like you like it.
Experience the best wash in town at Tommy's Express. You'll love our open and bright tunnels, easy loading flat belt conveyor, unlimited membership, and free vacuums and mat washers. Experience the difference and visit Tommy's Express today.
I'm so hungry I could eat all the tires off this bus. When you're on the road, there's a lot of late nights. A lot of early mornings. Not supposed to say that. A lot of honey butter chicken biscuits. You hear my belly growling? Yep. I'm gonna need one of those right now. And a lot of good times with my band. What a burger!
If you've lived in Oklahoma long enough, you'll know that we get extreme weather. With that extreme weather comes hail damage to your roof and an insurance claim. When that happens, there's not a better company to deal with on your insurance claim than Cantrell Roofing and Construction. Since 1987, Cantrell Roofing and Construction has proven to be the best in the business, and always remember, got hail? Call Cantrell. Call them at 405-642-8558.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Whataburger, bring back our mushroom Swiss burger. I heard corporate said it's never gonna happen.
Corporate here. We had the bandwidth to circle back on this action item and...
We're aligned. Bringing you grilled mushrooms, melty cheese, and creamy au jus sauce. If synergy like that isn't cool, then we don't know what is. The mushroom Swiss burger is back.
We're bringing back the hits.
What a burger!
Have you ever seen an insurance commercial and ask yourself, are they really telling me the truth? Well, guess what? They're not.
Somebody runs a red light, and you think all of a sudden their insurance company's going to be all neighborly about it? Insurance companies aren't in the business of saving you money. They're in the business of keeping your money.
So remember, save our number in your phone so when tragedy strikes.
Call Rob and Will.
This isn't just any burger run. This is a burger run for Whataburger Sweet and Spicy Bacon Burger. 2 fresh all-beef patties with melty cheese, grilled onions, crispy bacon, and sweet and spicy pepper sauce. One for you, one for him, and one for your unofficial roommate, Brad. Always order an extra. You know, for Brad. The all-time favorite sweet and spicy bacon burger from Whataburger. Just like you like it.
Experience the best wash in town at Tommy's Express. You'll love our open and bright tunnels, easy loading flat belt conveyor, unlimited membership, and free vacuums and mat washers. Experience the difference and visit Tommy's Express today.
But when you're on the road, there's a lot of late nights, a lot of early mornings. Not supposed to say that. A lot of honey butter chicken biscuits. You hear my belly growling? Yep. I'm going to need one of those right now. And a lot of good times with my band. What a burger!
And welcome back to Mid-Dell Baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Jordan Ray, John Kilty, as we're presenting you this Mid-Dell matchup between Midwest City and Dell City. And let's go ahead and give you the starting lineups for the top of the inning. First, the Dell City batting order. Cale Standifer leads off and plays catcher. The pitcher for Dell City, Jacoby Wormsley, will bat second. Josh Hardiman bats third and plays third. Sam Glisson, the cleanup hitter, plays first base. Braxton Alexander bats fifth at center field. David Torres, the freshman, will bat sixth. Actually, David Torres is the freshman. Josh Hardiman is the shortstop. Blake Unruh will bat seventh and play second base. Taylor Johnson, the DH, will bat eighth. And batting ninth will be Demarion Bruton. For the Midwest City Bombers, here are their fielders for this game. Of course, they're going with a different lineup because it is indeed Senior Day. But it looks something like this. From left to right field, Mason Gamble on left. Brandon Dixon moves to center field, and Darius Hawkins will be in right field. The infield, Kevin Nelson playing third base, not something we see very often. James Washburn at shortstop. Jeremiah Jackson, who played well in second base on Saturday, and will play there again today. He'll get the start there. He'll be at second. Deontay Buckner, a football offensive lineman, will be playing first base to start out. And the battery for Midwest City, the usual at catcher, Terrence Rideau. And the pitcher for Midwest City in this game, another one of their seniors, Turner McPherson. All right, the top of each inning is brought to you by Confidence Chevrolet Buick GMC, your hometown dealer for new and pre-owned vehicles. Visit us today at Confidence Chevrolet Buick GMC, exit Hudeberg at 6100 Tinker Diagonal. Midwest City Confidence is Cavender. All right, we're about ready to start this inning. And we will start things off with, again, Cale Standifer, the leadoff hitter, and captain. He is having an unbelievable senior season for Dell City.
You're going to like watching him play baseball, I'm telling you. I think he's batting about 600. He's hit all the pitchers all year long. I've watched him get up there and hit the best that we have in conference. He's solid. He's going to go play at the next level. There's no doubt about that. Plays all over, too, Jordan. He's shortstop, third base, pitcher, catcher. He does it all. He's a great leader on the team. He's captain of the team. And plus, he's a great kid in the halls over there at Dell City High School.
And we apologize. Right before the game started, we had a technology issue. Both our cameras froze here, so I'm going to try to get them back on right now. But the game is underway. We'll show you what's going on here in just a moment. But maybe you've already mentioned this, John, but what was the batting average?
Yeah, here, I got it right here, Jordan. It was 672.
672.
Yeah.
Is that all?
That's it, yeah. I mean, you wonder, you only hit the ball almost seven times out of 10. Oh, there it goes.
Hits one hard there. Mason Gamble comes on in left field. He is the regular left fielder for Midwest City. Doesn't always bat, but he will in this game. And he gets the out. And we got one away. We'll update this scoreboard you're looking at here in just a moment. Second batter for Dell City is their pitcher, Jacoby Wormsley. And Captain, he pitched at Carl Albert. The other game we did for Dell City, he was at Carl Albert, and I actually thought he was really strong the first time through.
You know what, Jordan, he's pretty good. His the first year starting for Dell City. Another kid that plays all over. He's a junior, so we get him back next year. He's made tremendous progress throughout the year, just watching him, especially on the bump. So I think you'll enjoy watching him throw today.
That pitch
Another
is a
great
strike.
kid.
Yeah. Well, and I think you need one of those guys coming back that you can kind of rely on.
That's right.
He takes an inside pitch there for a strike.
Nice breaking pitch by the pitcher.
Yeah, Turner McPherson, not one of their regulars, but again, it's being senior day. He's going to get his chance there.
Got a little presence out there on the mound, just watching him.
This count now is 1-2.
Ooh.
Swung on and missed it. Got to the dirt. Rideau will have to throw to first. And he was safe.
Throw pulled him.
Sorry we don't have that for you right now as we continue to adjust for what happened with the cameras, but that's a strikeout. That will not be an actual out. So the pitcher will have to adjust now as he'll have a runner at first. I'm sure Jacoby can run.
Yeah,
especially if he's batting second. And here's Josh Hardiman. He takes a first pitch strike.
He's thrown the breaking pitch to all three of the hitters so far. First pitch.
All right, here's McPherson's 0-1 pitch. That's outside for a ball. One thing we can say for sure, this is a great day for baseball.
Oh, yeah. All that rain just stayed away.
Didn't get warm. We expect some rain tomorrow, but hopefully that'll be it, and we can have the postseason.
Hope so, yeah.
This upcoming week. We'll talk more about that. There's a foul ball, our first foul ball. It is a Bobby Lewis foul ball. Bobby Lewis, surprisingly great rates with 2 locations to serve you in Choctaw and Del City. And now it's a 2-strike count.
So Wormsley had a pretty good jump on McPherson there. See if he goes again. This kid that's hitting right now, Jordan, went to Little Axe a couple of weeks ago, and he got up there and he put one over left center. And his only home run, nobody else on the team had a home run. Mm-hmm. And of course, you know how the team reacts when one person gets a home run. And it was a lot of fun at home plate watching that kid round third and come home.
Now, Captain, I didn't see on that foul ball, or maybe it happened before, but looks like Terrence Rideau, the catcher, may have got nicked up.
I didn't see it either, Jordan.
Now, you need him badly in the postseason, so if there's any doubt, you might consider taking him out, but they will not, which I'm glad. I want to see him in this game, but he's a sophomore coach. He's a really good catcher in whatever position he plays. He's a good athlete like Hale, but they needed him to catch. He's probably more of a natural infielder. Swung on and missed there. You could hear that on the glove, and that will be a strikeout brought to you by Patrick Newby Farmers Insurance. They are a strikeout sponsor. We thank the Newby Agency for that. And now we have 2 outs. And the next batter for Del City is the first baseman and cleanup hitter, Sam Glisson.
Another junior.
Now batting for the Eagles.
He's made tremendous progress as well this year. Didn't play at all last year. Was on the team but didn't play except JV. Also a football player. Pretty good little football player for Coach Jones over there at Del City.
Yeah, they can start thinking about football soon.
Yeah.
Del City, I know their big spring sport, not the baseball, doesn't matter, is track. Pitch inside, the throw to second. Wormsley got that good lead he's been getting before, and he will be safe easily. So a stolen base for Jacoby Wormsley, taking advantage of his opportunity to get on base after striking out. And Del City has a runner in scoring position.
Good lead, good jump by the junior.
That's ball 2 also. So 2-0 count. Here's another Bobby Lewis foul ball. Count will go to 2-1.
Yeah, Bobby Lewis sponsors football and baseball. Good job. Thank you, Mr. Lewis.
Oh, yeah. I got him for basketball, too. Well,
Oh,
he got the package deal for Del City Crawford football, but also Middale basketball and baseball. And we do appreciate him a lot.
You bet.
2-1 delivery. Inside, ball 3. On deck is Braxton Alexander.
Freshman. Tough kid.
Yeah. Look forward to his at-bat, but will it be this inning or next inning? Here's the 3-1 pitch, McPherson to Glisson. And Glisson puts a charge into one. It's going to be towards the foul line. And there's James Washburn, the shortstop, coming in, making the catch for the final out of the inning. And we will head to the bottom of the first inning. And we're going to go ahead and show you the starting lineups for Midwest City in the batting order, and then Del City in the field. So Midwest City will start off with their catcher, Terrence Rideau. Like I told you off the air, Coach, 2 catchers leading off this game. And then batting second for Midwest City, left fielder Mason Gamble. James Washburn, his normal spot, batting third at shortstop. Kevin Nelson back in the lineup. He did not play on Saturday. Hitting cleanup, the unusual thing for him is he's playing third base, but his spot in the batting order is pretty normal. Turner McPherson, the pitcher, bats fifth. Brandon Dixon moves up to the sixth hole and plays center field this game. Jeremiah Jackson will hit seventh, playing second base. Darius Hawkins, we'll see him for the first time on the Oklahoma Sports Network, playing right field, batting eighth. Also, for the first time, we'll see as a baseball player on the Oklahoma Sports Network is first baseman Deontay Buckner. Excuse me. He will hit ninth. Of course, we do see him on the football field.
Yeah.
Now for Del City. Their fielders from left to right. Nino Phillips in left, Braxton Alexander in center, Demarion Bruton in right field. The infield looks like this. David Torres in third, Josh Hardiman at short, Blake Unruh playing second, Sam Glisson playing first. And the battery for Del City, well, it's their first 2 hitters. Cale Standifer at catcher, and the pitcher for today is Jacoby Wormsley. Anything else you can say about Jacoby, Coach, as a catcher?
So, as a catcher?
I'm sorry, as a pitcher.
As a pitcher. Yeah, he's pretty tough. You know, he's had some good outings this year. I saw him once. I can't remember who it was against, but pretty good ball club that he faced, and he held them scoreless for the first 4 innings, and he got tired, and they pulled him. But he's got good control, pretty good command of his fastball. I think you'll see him. That'll be his best pitch when he comes in with his off-speed stuff. It's a little he uses that selectively, not as a main pitch. Good presence out there. You know, great kid, like I was telling you earlier. Loves the game, passionate about the game. He's a kid, Jordan. You're like this. I know how you are back when you used to coach, but he's a kid that you'll see on the tee, in the batting cage, during lunch. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, or on Saturday mornings. He's just ate up. And so is Cale, the same way. So, the 1-2 punch that you got going right now is one of our better 1-2 punches that we have here at Del City, and I think you'll enjoy watching these 2 kids work together.
So here is Terrence Rideau leading off at catcher for Midwest City. He's had a tremendous season. He's been batting second for recent games, but that's because Lincoln King was in batting leadoff. Lincoln King will not be in the lineup today, but you figure he will definitely be playing in the postseason game, which we'll talk more about as the broadcast goes on. And the first pitch from Wormsley is a ball. It was a ball, but, Coach, it sounded like it hit the glove with some good velocity there.
Yeah, you're right.
As did that pitch, but that's high for ball 2.
Yeah, Wormsley's a junior, so obviously come back next year. He's going to play summer ball, I think, with one of the elite teams.
A little high in the zone right there. The count will go full to Terrence Rideau.
Terrence will be taken, I'm sure. Ooh, just missed on the inside corner.
Takes inside for ball 4. So the leadoff hitter doing what he needs to do.
Number 8, Gamble.
And that will lead to Mason Gamble, who normally doesn't hit. So it's good to see him get the chance here. There he is. Normally he plays left field but gets DH'd for, but he will be in the lineup here on senior day.
Yeah, that's good. Good job, Coach.
Yep. And he chops one in fair play. This will be taken by the third baseman for Del City. That's David Torres. The throw got under Glisson, and Rideau's going to come around and score on the air. Now they have a play at third. They throw it back to third. Torres could not get there in time.
He's a happy
Standing
kid.
up at third base will be Mason Gamble. Got the tail end of that run. Of course, replays brought to you by Triple Lead Screen Printing. That one took a while to develop, so we didn't get as much of one as we like.
You know, Jordan, you said that this kid usually gets DH for, so he's got to feel pretty good about the fact that he's standing on third base, and he doesn't get to hit very much during the year. So good job, kid.
James Washburn, and I told you about him, Coach.
Yep.
I think he's a stud of a baseball player. He's impressed me every game I've watched of him. He's gotten better and better. He's a junior, too.
Yeah, just watching him.
Foul that off?
Yeah, just watching him in the field, you know, you can feel his presence. You can feel, you know, his attitude. You can see a lot of good in that kid. So I'm pretty confident he'll play at the next level. What year is he?
He's a junior.
Junior, okay.
Takes it 0-2 pitch. He gets away from the catcher,
got him,
Standifer, and they're able to throw back and make the tag. Heads up play there by Kale.
Yeah.
We got that replay for you. And for, we'll show it again. And for Wormsley, Coach, he was ready.
Yeah. Good throwback. Good job, catcher.
So 1 out now. Bases are cleared. 1-0 Midwest City. We'll adjust that score here in a moment. And here is, I thought that would be Kevin Nelson. It's not Kevin Nelson. Oh, no, Washburn's still batting.
Still up,
yeah. When there was a play at the plate, I thought that was he hit the ball, but hasn't made contact yet. And he takes ball 4 there.
Yeah, you know, Wormsley's missing outside on most of his pitches here, so hopefully he'll settle down a little bit and come back in. Overthrowing, putting the ball outside.
Now here's Kevin Nelson.
Yeah.
And this guy has some pop to him if he decides to swing. He's a very reluctant hitter sometimes, but
okay.
By the way, this bottom of the second inning brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings.
Neat.
Washburn will go on the pitch, but actually it hit Kevin Nelson. That's the other thing. He will he'll crowd the plate, and he's got some girth to him, and he will get hit by a pitch.
That's exactly what happened there. Take one for the team.
Now batting for the Bombers, number 13, McPherson.
So here's Turner McPherson, throws right-handed, bats left-handed, normally plays first base. But on senior day, he will be pitching.
There you go.
Chops one foul there.
Nice play over there by the first base coach.
And that's a Bobby Lewis foul ball. We now have 2 base runners on, first and second. That pitch is outside for a ball. Wormsley's delivery, runners take off. The first runner takes off, and it gets by the third baseman. Washburn will stay at third, but now that allows Kevin Nelson to take second. There's only Washburn running on the play, but it does become, I believe, a double steal.
Yep. Coach is running the bases. He sees something out there.
They were very aggressive with that in the early parts of the game Saturday. Pitch is low for a ball. First base is open. And after McPherson will be some more inexperienced players. Well, Brandon Dixon, actually, so I shouldn't say that. But that is coming up at the bottom of the order for Midwest City. And that pitch catches the outside corner for a strike.
Yeah.
Not that that's a wrong call, but Coach Falca did say earlier that Turner has had some of the worst luck with taking pitches. I don't know if that would be one of them.
Jeez.
That was an easy one to take, and he draws a walk. So the bases are loaded, and now Brandon Dixon will be the batter.
Yeah, Jacoby struggling a little bit out there. Hopefully he'll settle down.
Brandon Dixon playing center field. We'll see a courtesy runner for Midwest City. Lincoln King, who normally starts in center field, so he can run. Of course, he won't be going anywhere right now with the bases loaded. But he'll be a courtesy runner for McPherson since Turner is pitching. See what Brandon Dixon can do with the bases juiced. And he puts a charge into one at first pitch. And that hits the wall. That's going to potentially clear the bases. Lincoln King can run. Dixon needs to get back to second.
Nice play.
And he does. Lincoln King stays at third, but 2 more runs in and a great at bat there by Brandon Dixon, a 2 RBI double. It scores Washburn and Nelson, and Midwest City now climbs to a 3-0 lead. And now here is Jeremiah Jackson at the plate.
Nice hit over the left fielder's head there. Left fielder playing in a little bit.
Brandon Dixon, that's good for him to get that going.
One hop to the
Not been hitting for power in the games we did. That one may fall for base hits. It slices the outfield. It will drop for a base hit. So we see some aggression on the part of Midwest City, and Jeremiah Jackson with an RBI single.
Texas Leaguer.
Scoring Brandon Dixon, and Midwest City now is up 4-0. Here's Darius Hawkins. He'll swing at the first pitch, but this one will be a Bobby Lewis foul ball.
Another good play by the first base coach.
I'm telling you, those first base coaches, they get their experience doing that sort of thing.
That's right.
So the count goes to 0-1. And he puts that one in play. That should give enough time for the Del City center fielder. That's Alexander, who comes on and makes the catch. And at some point we missed an out there, but that's the third out of the inning. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll update the scoreboard. It's Midwest City 4, Del City 0 on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Experience the best wash in town at Tommy's Express. You'll love our open and bright tunnels, easy loading flat belt conveyor, unlimited membership, and free vacuums and mat washers. Experience the difference and visit Tommy's Express today.
When you're on the road, there's a lot of late nights. A lot of early mornings. Not supposed to say that. A lot of honey butter chicken biscuits. You hear my belly growling? Yep. I'm going to need one of those right now. And a lot of good times with my band. What a burger!
All right, welcome back to Mid-Dale Baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Back to the top of the inning, so Confident Chevrolet top of the second. Midwest City with 4 runs in the bottom of the first inning. And for Del City, they will now have their 5th place hitter, Braxton Alexander, leading off this inning.
Freshman.
Yes, that's what we're showing. And it's nice when you have a freshman who can be playing on a regular basis, and hopefully that's just another part of your foundation.
Yeah. And I wouldn't be a bit surprised they'd bring him in to throw a little bit in relief. He's a young kid, a lot of progress over this year.
That pitch is inside, ball 2. So we have a senior pitching to a freshman right here. Swung on and missed. And that will be strike 1. Who knows who Midwest City will be looking for to start their games in the regional Thursday. I doubt Turner will be an option for a start.
Who
that
they
pitch
got?
is fouled off. They will have Booker T in round one.
Booker T, okay.
They're going up to Pryor. Of course, that's where Del City went last year
That's
and made
right.
some noise.
Yeah, it was pretty good last year when they upset Pryor. They came back, and school was pretty excited.
Yeah, they got to the championship round, and they were the 4 seed, and that's the bottom seed of the 4.
That's
for
right.
Del City, and that was quite an eye-opening thing to watch happen. 2-2 pitch, and that catches the outside corner for a strike. We'll have the Triple Eight instant replay here. But good location on the part of Turner McPherson.
Now back to the Eagles.
And that is a Patrick Newby strikeout. We thank the Newby Agency for being the strikeout sponsor. And here is David Torres, 6th place batter.
Another freshman.
That pitch is swung on and missed. Count goes 0-1. Again, swung on and missed. So Turner McPherson getting in a bit of a rhythm right now as he gets in the count 0-2. That one's foul. It was probably gone right to me if it wasn't for that backstop.
You would have had it.
Yeah, absolutely. Bobby Lewis foul ball. Bobby Lewis surprisingly great rates with 2 locations to serve you in Choctaw and Del City. Here's Turner's 0-2 delivery.
Yeah.
Swung on and missed. Strike 3. And there are 2 outs away now.
Now batting for the Eagles.
Blake Unruh will be hitting here.
Sophomore. His mama is our financial secretary at school, and she does a great job. She's got a great kid.
That pitch catches the top of the zone for a strike.
And his dad is the new voice of Eagle basketball, so you will hear him down there.
So he's one. You do many jobs, so you got a lot of different replacements. You have a replacement on the Oklahoma Sports Network, which is kind of Colton in a way. I guess he's moving to your spot as a play-by-play.
Yeah.
But in basketball, you're the PA announcer, so that'll be his dad doing the PA announcing.
Yeah, that's right. Oop.
Swung high at that pitch, and another strikeout. So that's striking out the side for Turner McPherson. And we will head down to the bottom of the second inning. It's now 4-0 Midwest City leading Del City on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
You still teaching history?
I was never teaching history. I was doing special ed, math.
I thought you came to our school to do math.
If you've lived in Oklahoma long enough, you'll know that we get extreme weather. With that extreme weather comes hail damage to your roof and an insurance claim. When that happens, there's not a better company to deal with on your insurance claim than Cantrell Roofing and Construction. Since 1987, Cantrell Roofing and Construction has proven to be the best in the business. And always remember, got hail? Call Cantrell. Call them at 405-642-8558.
That's a good question.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Now batting for Midwest City, number 27, Buckner.
All right, welcome back to Mid-Del Baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network. We're now in the bottom of the first inning between Midwest City and Del City. Bottom of the second inning, I should say. And up for Midwest City is their 9th place hitter, right fielder. I'm sorry, that's Midwest City, their ninth place hitter, first baseman DeAndre Buckner. Buckner evens. He has an even count right now, 1-1.
Just missed on the inside.
Outside.
Yeah.
Count even at 2-1.
Yeah.
And they call that pitch a strike, even though it was a check swing. Count evens 2-2. There's the thing about Buckner. He throws left-handed and bats right-handed. Don't see that combination as much.
No. If you see Alexander Braxton pitch, he's the same way. He's a lefty thrower and bats right.
Count goes full. And Buckner stays alive with a Bobby Lewis foul ball.
Got a good fan club going on somewhere. It must be the bench that's causing all that racket.
Well, it just shows you, I mean, he doesn't play that often, but Deontay Buckner is a very popular presence. And he takes the ball. I guess now the count, no, it was ball 4. Yeah.
Just missed
for a second, he's like, where do I go?
I know.
That's what he made it seem like. Of course, he's an offensive lineman in football. And gets to take first base on his at-bat here. And now here's Terrence Rideau, who scored a run. The first inning. He'll bat here with a runner at first base. First pitch to him is inside.
He's a pretty impressive young man. Just watch him behind the plate.
Yeah, he kind of stepped into that position last year as a freshman. So he's a very experienced sophomore. Takes that pitch for a strike.
Wormsley is either outside, looking for the outside corner, or hitting on the inside corner. So he's he's pretty good location right now, although he's a little bit wild outside. But
Rideau, who walked last at bat, he won't walk here as he skies one to second. And coming in and making the catch is Blake Unruh for out number 1.
Now batting for the Bombers, number 8, Gamble.
Mason Gamble with an at bat here. He has a single, an infield single that led to a run being scored, a two-base error on an E5. And he will step up here. Pitch outside for a ball. That one is sliced foul for Bobby Lewis foul ball. Count evens 1-1. Midwest City will show you the regionals at some point in this broadcast, but they're going to go to Pryor.
Nice
That
pitch.
ball is sliced for a foul. And the count now goes 1-2. Del City, their first game will be on the Oklahoma Sports Network, Coach, because they're going to Elgin.
Yep.
And Elgin will stream at least their games on the Oklahoma Sports
Oh,
Network.
good. I'm glad you told me that. I'll tell Del City.
That pitch is inside for a ball. Elgin, one of those 5 teams that they're hoping it's their year. They got a team that can do it.
It's a good team down there. Saw them play earlier this year. They're pretty good. Solid.
2-2 delivery. That's definitely outside. Ball 3. Gamble hoping to set the tables for James Washburn, who's on deck. And he hits it right to the shortstop. This could be a double play. Whoa. And Buckner, Coach, he acted like that's the base runner there at first.
Yeah.
He just stayed at first. I think he acted like the ball was caught.
Yeah.
Or he's trying to make the umpires think the ball was caught. He didn't even run to second at all.
He just hung on first base there.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah. Coach is talking to him. No, he's not. Let's see, over here. Yeah, Coach is talking to him over here.
Okay, so good execution for Del City. That's Hardeman basically taking the ground ball, so a 6-3 double play. And we will go ahead and head to the third inning. Bombers with a 4-0 lead on the Eagles on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Have you ever seen an insurance commercial and ask yourself, are they really telling me the truth? Well, guess what? They're not.
Somebody runs a red light, and you think all of a sudden their insurance company's going to be all neighborly about it? Insurance companies aren't in the business of saving you money. They're in the business of keeping your money.
So remember, save our number in your phone so when tragedy strikes,
call Rob and Will.
This isn't just any burger run. This is a burger run for Whataburger Sweet and Spicy Bacon Burger. 2 fresh all-beef patties with melty cheese, grilled onions, crispy bacon, and sweet and spicy pepper sauce. One for you, one for him, and one for your unofficial roommate, Brad. Always order an extra. You know, for Brad. The all-time favorite sweet and spicy bacon burger from Whataburger. Just like you like it.
And we're back on the Oklahoma Sports Network. It's the top of the third inning. See a pitch swung on a miss there. That's his number 30, Taylor Johnson, the DH. Like a big left-handed batter there.
Yeah, he's quite a kid. This kid never stops smiling. Yeah, lifted it up there a little bit, made a piece.
He needed to make contact if he was going to swing, and he did. Stay alive. Count goes 0-2.
Shout out to his dad. His dad's a concrete worker. He told me a little bit ago before he came up here, he finished pouring his concrete, and here he is watching his kid.
Oh, and he'll take first.
That's an Howie on the elbow.
That's not what McPherson wanted to do, the Midwest City pitcher. After all, he struck out the side the inning before. Will not do it here as Taylor Johnson will take first base. He's going to get pinch run for here, Coach. I don't know if you can see who that is. Now, he might come back in the game, so that'll be interesting to see.
Yeah.
But you can take him out one time and bring him back unless they're the pitcher and catcher. Of course, you can do it, and then you can do it as much as you want.
That's right.
So Del City gets their second base runner, and they're going to look to bunt. And that was a really good bunt. And McPherson, nice play by Buckner after he made an unusual base running play. And meanwhile, look who's taking third base. It's the pinch runner.
What?
And then he's going to try to go around and score. And he'll get tagged out by Kevin Nelson, who then will throw to second.
And got him at second.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Some not too good base running for the Eagles there.
That's Caden Barber. And one of the more unusual double plays, and I couldn't really even describe it very well.
I know.
Now batting for the Eagles, Stanley.
We'll just call it an unusual double play.
Yeah, good idea. All right. Well, the Eagles were showing something, and now they're down to 2 outs. Nobody on. It's too bad.
Well, I didn't know the runner at first was safe, but he was, so the throw must have gotten off the first baseman off the bag. As Kel Standifer will come on now. Unless that's the original call, is that he was already out at first. I don't know. So I missed that one. So there's now 2 outs, and Standifer stands right up and takes that pitch inside for ball 1. Standifer flew out to left field his last at bat. Swung on and missed there, strike 1.
4-year starter, this kid. We're going to miss him.
I remember him playing as a freshman in the regionals against Elgin. Swung on and missed there, strike 2. Well, McPherson's really focused in on this at bat. He knows how good Cale is.
Yeah.
Putting a little extra in these pitches. Standifer stays alive with a Bobby Lewis foul ball. And the count remains 1-2. Hard hit and off the glove of Nelson, and that's going to get to the outfield for a base hit. That was so well hit, and it's definitely going to be a single for Cale.
Yep.
Now batting for Dale City, Wormsley.
And he'll add to his batting average. And now Jacoby Wormsley, the pitcher, will come up to hit. But that's good two-strike hitting by Standifer.
He's tough out.
I would say so with that average. Wormsley, he puts a charge at that one. That's the best hit ball so far for Dale City, except he hit a foul. I lost track of the ball, but he turned on that one.
He did. Coach probably going to play it safe with Standifer over there, but Standifer can run.
Does have a solid lead. We'll see what happens here. McPherson's pitch to Wormsley. Pitcher pitching to pitcher here in this game, and he pitches there a strike. Count goes 0-2. And that misses.
Just barely.
It was interesting how the umpire looked at turn and like he was going to say something to Jacoby. Maybe tell him it was close. One-two pitch is fouled over the backstop. All I hope is it just doesn't hit the cameras, and it doesn't.
Yeah. Nice crowd.
Great crowd. 6 p.m. start, later start than usual.
Yeah.
Of course, senior day at Midwest City. I assume Dell City already had theirs.
We did last week. Star Spencer. There he goes.
Yep, Standifer takes off. That's fouled ball. That's a foul ball, so Cale will go back to first. And the count goes, or stays, 1-2. So good battle here between pitcher and pitcher. And here's Turner's 1-2 delivery. That's taken for a ball.
Up on that breaking pitch.
So Wormsley works the count 2-2.
There goes Cale.
There goes Cale indeed, but it's a swung and miss, strike three. So that will do it for Dell City in the third inning. We'll come back with the bottom of the third between the Bombers and Eagles on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
When you're on the road, there's a lot of late nights. A lot of early mornings. Not supposed to say that. A lot of honey butter chicken biscuits. You hear my belly growling? Yep. I'm going to need one of those right now. And a lot of good times with my band. What a burger!
If you've lived in Oklahoma long enough, you'll know that we get extreme weather. With that extreme weather comes hail damage to your roof and an insurance claim. When that happens, there's not a better company to deal with on your insurance claim than Cantrell Roofing and Construction. Since 1987, Cantrell Roofing and Construction has proven to be the best in the business, and always remember, got hail? Call Cantrell. Call them at 405-642-8558.
Welcome back to Middale Baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Jordan Ray, John Kilty.
Good to be here.
Senior Day at Midwest City. And this is bottom of the inning is brought to you, in bottom of each inning, brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings, 5500 Tinker Diagonal. Buffalo Wild Wings offers buy one, get one deals every Tuesday and Thursday. So you know where to go tomorrow, especially if it rains. Thursday, hopefully the weather will clear and we'll have some good baseball as the postseason will begin.
Yep.
Postseason will continue for those smaller classes, John. I'm kind of learning about that, how 3A and 4A, they have 64 teams, not 32, so they have to play 2 weekends of postseason.
That's right. Everybody, the top 32 get to host a district game.
Right.
Yeah.
And those include some OSN teams. I'm really interested to see how they do. If they get to state, maybe we can get to their games and call their games.
I hope so, Jordan.
James Washburn now batting. He got on base via a walk and then stole 2 bases. Takes a big hack there. The teams I'm talking about that are still alive in 4A and 3A. In 4A, Newcastle and Bethany. And then in 3A, Jones. So we hope they all 3 can prevail. They're going to play a best 2 of 3 against their opponents.
Yep. I saw Newcastle earlier this year, and they are solid. Good baseball team. It
was a lot of fun calling their first round of the state tournament game last year against Blanchard, Coach. That was at Noble. That's where. So both teams, both high schools, located pretty close to Noble.
Yeah.
They didn't have to go far. It was a night game, and man, I've never seen a baseball game so packed. A high school baseball game, I should say. There was no room around the dugouts. There were people sitting all around the dugouts on both sides, Blanchard and Newcastle.
You know, Jordan, anytime those
3,
it's foul ball down there. Anytime those Tri-City teams, Tuttle, Blanchard, and Newcastle hook up, I mean, you can rest assured that the whole town's going to shut down and be at the game.
Well, and those are good football good football and baseball programs.
They are.
Newcastle solid in basketball. Both the boys and girls teams got to state. Ground ball, base hit for Washburn as it hits that 5.5 hole between third base and shortstop.
That's right.
So Washburn, he's hitting at a torrid pace right now. I don't know the numbers, but I just know we've seen many of their games, and he's been hitting well this past few days. And here is Kevin Nelson, who got hit by a pitch his last at bat.
Looks like Coach is keeping those seniors in, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. Well, and Kevin Nelson, he's normally a regular.
Yeah.
I'll never forget, again, at that same place, Noble, a week earlier in the regionals, he had a dramatic base hit to send the game to extra innings. Unfortunately, the Bombers came up short to the Noble Bears, but they were really close to getting to state last year. Nelson skies one. Who's got it for Del City? And it's dropped by their second baseman. So now Washburn has to take off. The throw just has to get there. Doesn't have to make a tag, and they do get him. So heads-up play by Blake Unruh. He should have made the catch, but by dropping it, they have a better base running situation for Del City. Washburn clearly the better, faster base runner than Kevin Nelson. So now Kevin Nelson will occupy first. So, John, it worked out.
Yeah, shortstop was pulled off the bag down there at second.
Oh, never mind. There was not an out. I thought the throw got there in time.
No, it did, but shortstop, like I said, was pulled off the bag. Nope.
That pitch is outside. So Nelson will then reach on an E4.
Yep.
And Turner McPherson will come up. McPherson takes outside for a ball. Actually, now it's the 2-0 is the count. Turner drew a walk his last at bat. There goes Washburn, and the throw.
Yep.
Got him.
Good throw down there.
Cale Standifer with a really good throw there, Coach, and
That's
one away.
Arm.
So we do see Washburn eventually get out.
Yeah.
So it is a situation I thought it would be, where the Midwest has a slower base runner on now. And the Bombers have been very aggressive on the base pass and came back to bite them there. But the count to McPherson's 3-0, and you can make that 4-0. And he will take first. So we're back to runners at first and second. Now Kevin Nelson will be the lead runner. Of course, there is one out now. Brandon Dixon will come up. By the way, back-to-back, or 2 walks now for Turner McPherson. Brandon Dixon had an RBI double to the wall. Solid base hit there. Lincoln King once again will courtesy run. He turned on that first pitch as hard as I've seen Brandon Dixon hit a ball this year. Playing center field this game. First pitch swinging here. Taken by the third baseman, but the throw to second is high. Torres' throw too high, and here comes Kevin Nelson rounding third. And he will score, making it 5-0. So an E5 for Brandon, but he gets on base now. He's at first. Look for him to take off. The score now is 5-0. Jeremiah Jackson now the hitter. Throw looked a little rushed there.
Yeah. That's too bad. Got a good jump on the ball, and second baseman was there, and Hayes overthrew.
So Kevin Nelson with another run scored. That ball gets away from Kale. That will allow the speedy Brandon Dixon to head to second. Lincoln King, the runner at third, the courtesy runner, will stay.
Good idea.
Count goes to 1-0 to Jeremiah Jackson. Here's Wormsley's pitch. Swung on and missed. Good pitch there from Jacoby.
Yeah.
And that'll even the count 1-1.
Ooh.
Another swing and a miss. The ball does get away a little bit from Kale, but he'll be able to recover. No action on the base pass there. And now the count goes 1-2. Wormsley looking for his first strikeout.
Real nice mix of pitches here. He's keeping the batter off guard a little bit.
That one got away, but good stab there by Kale.
Kale's got great range back there, as you noticed.
He sure showed it there.
Yeah.
Count even at 2-2. That one is fisted to the shortstop. He has to make a quick throw to first, and he does. Good throw there by Hardiman. A run does score, though. So Midwest City will make it 6-0.
A very nice play by the shortstop. Great range on the short hopper out there. Off balance throw on his back foot over to first. Got him in time. Nice play by the shortstop.
Well, you can give Jeremiah Jackson an RBI there.
Yep.
But now there are 2 outs.
Here he goes again. Another
that
opportunity.
One is chopped to Hardiman. Hardiman has time there.
Yeah, there
Great
go.
throw by Hardiman to get out Darius Hawkins. And that will do it for Midwest City. They add a couple more runs, making the score 6-0. We'll be back with more Middale baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Whataburger, bring back our mushroom Swiss burger. I heard corporate said it's never gonna happen.
Corporate here. We had the bandwidth to circle back on this action item, and
we're aligned. Bringing you grilled mushrooms, melty cheese, and creamy au jus sauce. If synergy like that isn't cool, then we don't know what is. The Mushroom Swiss Burger is back.
We're bringing back the hits.
What a burger!
This isn't just any burger run. This is a burger run for Whataburger Sweet and Spicy Bacon Burger. 2 fresh all-beef patties with melty cheese, grilled onions, crispy bacon, and sweet and spicy pepper sauce. One for you, one for him, and one for your unofficial roommate, Brad. Always order an extra. You know, for Brad. The all-time favorite sweet and spicy bacon burger from Whataburger. Just like you like it.
Experience the best wash in town at Tommy's Express. You'll love our open and bright tunnels, easy loading flat belt conveyor, unlimited membership, and free vacuums and mat washers. Experience the difference and visit Tommy's Express today.
I'm so hungry I can eat all the tires off this bus. When you're on the road, there's a lot of late nights. A lot of early mornings. Not supposed to say that. A lot of honey butter chicken biscuits. You hear my belly growling? Yep. I'm gonna need one of those right now. And a lot of good times with my band. What a burger!
Welcome back to Middale Baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Midwest City will lead off with Deontay Buckner.
Now batting for the Bombers, Buckner.
Buckner got on base via walk, and then an interesting base running play on a double play ball where he just chose to stay, ground ball double play where he chose to stay at first. Didn't change the outcome of that. It would have, that double play would have been turned no matter what, but not something you see every day. Wormsley, the pitcher for Del City, and throws an inside strike there.
Yeah.
Striking the inside part of the zone.
You bet. Good pitch.
Swung on and missed, strike 2.
Nice mix to the low corner.
Two and two delivery is grounded to second base. Nice job. It was the first baseman, Glisson, who fielded it and threw it to Wormsley. Good job by the pitcher to get there.
Good coverage there by the pitcher.
One out.
You're right. Hustled over there.
Now batting for Midwest City, number 6.
So Buckner grounds out to first, and here is Terrence Rideau, the catcher, leading things off, or not leading things off, but now the batter for the Bombers. Takes a big hack there, strike 1.
You know, Jordan, shout out to Middale Maintenance, field maintenance.
Oh,
that
yeah.
Field looks spectacular.
They do a good job with this place.
Well, I tell you,
Same
I don't know.
for Carl Albert.
Is Mr. White still over there? Do you know?
Yes.
Doing the fields, yeah.
Well, we talked to it's Chuck White, right?
Yeah, Chuck White.
We
that's
talked.
right.
Tom Carpenter and I talked to him on the air last year.
Okay.
When Midwest City played at Carl Albert. That pitch taken for a ball.
I think he used to do the softball fields down there for the College World Series. Somebody told me he used to do those fields too.
Ground ball up the middle. It's going to be a tough play for the shortstop as Rideau's very fast.
That kid got down the line.
Yeah.
He's got wheels.
Hardiman did everything he could there, Coach. We'll just call that an infield single.
You bet. You beat that out. Tough play by the shortstop. Nice job coming up there and fielding that.
Number 8.
Yeah, Rideau doesn't run like a normal catcher.
He's got wheels down there. Yeah, so it'll be fun to watch him over at first.
Mason Gamble now the batter for Midwest City, one of the seniors. And right away, Rideau takes off. The
Nice
throw
throw.
from Standifer, and it's not quite in time, but he gave it a good run there.
Guy had a really good jump, Jordan.
Yeah. Okay, you just don't see too many catchers that can do that. But Cale probably can. So there's a couple catchers in this game. Like I said, it's just interesting that the two leadoff hitters this game are both catchers. Wormsley will look Rideau back to second. Hard hit. This goes right to Hardiman, but Hardiman booted it, and Rideau is going to round third and score. Gamble will stand up at second base. Actually, I'm sorry, that's Washburn who got the base hit there, or who got on there. I'll tell you about Washburn sitting. I saw Kevin Nelson come up. I'm like, did I miss something there? So, no, it was good. Hard hit ball by Gamble, although it was right to the shortstop. There's a hard hit ball. That's the base hit there for Washburn, and Gamble will round third.
Whoa.
Throw a bit offline. Gamble will score easily.
I think that the Del City coaches will have a talk to their outfielders about hitting that cutoff. 2 plays in a row.
And now Kevin Nelson will bat. The score now is 8-1. Bombers lead.
Now batting for the Bombers, number 30, Nelson.
And that will be another single for James Washburn. He's had 2 singles and a walk. He also got caught stealing, but he has a couple other stolen bases. Nelson fouls that one off. Strike 1, Bobby Lewis foul ball. And Nelson hits one to center field. He put a charge into that one. That is caught. Tagging and going for third is Washburn. He'll be safe, but that was probably as good of a throw as you could hope from Braxton Alexander, who makes the catch there, and there are 2 outs.
He left second. Looked like he may have left second early. They appealed it.
Yeah, there's no
ref called him.
No harm in trying.
That's right. It was close. I was just going to make a comment about that if they hadn't appealed.
Now batting for the Bombers, number 12, Bain.
So a fly ball to center field for Nelson. And I guess we're going to have a new pitcher for Midwest City because we got Jesse Bain now batting. He's normally the third baseman, but he's going to pinch hit for Turner McPherson. So McPherson's probably done for the day pitching. Well, he has to be, yeah, as that pitch goes inside to Bain.
You know, Wormsley's had quite a high pitch count here. They'd probably pull him, I would think. They don't want him to get too high with Thursday coming up quick.
Would you expect him to maybe pitch Friday?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, he'd be okay for Friday. Thursday might be early if he gets over 100 pitchers here. He's probably getting close.
Gets behind the count here 2-0 to Bain. Bain with a rip on that one. Swung on and missed. Strike 1. Jesse Bain, one of the guys that you might see pitch in relief for Midwest City depending on what's going on. They also need a quality Game 1 starter as he swung on and missed there. Strike 2. Count goes to 2-2 with 2 outs. Runner at third base. That being James Washburn. And Bain takes that pitch inside. That actually was a full count. Now it's ball 4, so Midwest City will have runners at the corners.
2 out. Here we go. Yeah, you're going to see Braxton, the center fielder's coming in to pitch.
And he's a lefty, right?
Yep.
Okay. Always like seeing a left-handed pitcher.
Freshman. He's pretty good. He's a nice little talent. You'll like watching him.
All right, we'll take a quick break. You're watching Mid-Dale Baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Whataburger, bring back our mushroom Swiss burger. I heard corporate said it's never gonna happen.
Corporate here. We had the bandwidth to circle back on this action item, and
We're aligned. Bringing you grilled mushrooms, melty cheese, and creamy au jus sauce. If synergy like that isn't cool, then we don't know what is. The mushroom Swiss burger is back.
We're bringing back the hits.
What a burger!
Welcome back to Mid-Dale Baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network. A pitching change for Dale City. While we have that, while we talk about the pitching change in a moment, here is the regionals. Dale City going to Elgin. We expect that game to be on the Oklahoma Sports Network, the first game anyway, Thursday at 11 a.m. And they'll play a second game depending on how the result of the first game goes. So that's Dale City's regional. Midwest City's regional, they're going to go to Pryor. We will not be carrying that as it's kind of a drive to Pryor. But we'll be following that game. I like using, by the way, Coach, that Game Changer app.
Yeah, Game Changer's good.
They update things fast.
They do.
It's a great way to follow a game. Shout out to them, even though they're not like a sponsor or anything. And then the one we hope to carry up here in the Mid-Dale area, Carl Alberts Regional. They're going to host Southeast, but go in there as well as Lawton MacArthur, and we plan on streaming the Lawton MacArthur games as well. So games 1, Carl Alberts Southeast at 11 a.m. this Thursday, weather permitting, of course. Game 2, Lawton MacArthur and Guyman. We're expecting the two OSN teams to win, and then we would love to have Game 3 at 4 o'clock because that's always the big game of the day, is when you have the two winning teams play each other, and whoever wins that game will be one win away from getting to state.
Yep.
And then Friday, we believe we'll have an OSN team playing, and maybe two, but definitely one for the 4 o'clock game, and then another one in the 6:30 game. That's not on the bracket. We're only showing you the day one of the bracket, but we're looking forward to it, and we'll see which teams can make state and which teams will have their season end here. So what do you think about this pitching change for Dale City, in particular the new pitcher bringing in their center fielder, that being Braxton Alexander?
I think it's a good move. Obviously, Wormsley is getting kind of worn out a little bit. Plus, you want to save him too. You don't want pitch count to get high and him getting on down in the lineups. And so, but bringing in Braxton, freshman, a lot of spirit with this kid. And like I said, he plays hard and practices hard, and he'll do a good job out there, I think. And, Coach also wants to give him a little bit of he had a long weekend. The last game they played was Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to just get him some pitching in before he has to pitch Thursday. Give him some throws out there. So good move by the pitcher, Coach Garcia.
I believe we have a pinch hitter for Midwest City. Tavinsky Long, it did not look like Brandon. It's a different build there. Tavinsky pitches some, and he will come in, and we'll see where he plays in the field as he replaces. And a good day at the plate, by the way, for Brandon Dixon, but he'll come out. Long takes a big hack there. That'll even the count as it's now 1-1.
Good pitch on the outside corner by Braxton. Confidence pitch.
It's just good, Coach, to have a lefty you can go to from time to time.
Always.
That pitch is low. Carl Albert's pretty good, but that's one thing they don't have is a lefty pitcher they can go to from time to time. They do have their center fielder, Devontae Jones, throws left-handed, but he doesn't pitch very much. He's the only left-handed thrower they have. Count now 2-1 to Tavinsky Long. That pitch inside, ball 3. Look for Midwest City to maybe bring in some more of their bench players. Is going to give a lot of players playing time here. Last game before the playoffs. Excuse me, swing there by Tavinsky Long. It's in play, and it gets past Alexander. Maybe you'd call that an E1. I don't know. I think probably they would have had him out.
I don't know what he was thinking. I was thinking the second baseman must have been coming hard, but he wasn't. So I don't know.
Now batting for Midwest City, number 4, Jackson.
Jeremiah Jackson will still be in this game. The score is now 9-1, Bombers lead. As Midwest City will have now runners at first and second. That pitch is in there for a strike. So Long, base runner at first. Jesse Bain, the base runner at second. Swung on and missed there. Good pitch from Alexander. And he's now ahead in the count 0-2. Del City looking for a strikeout to get out of this inning. That pitch is outside for a ball.
Pretty good mechanics by Alexander. Just watching him on his release. It appears though he kind of sometimes he'll release before he hits his stride foot down, which is not a good thing. Got to get that thing planted. Yeah, that was a good pitch. Of course, he overthrew, but.
That evens the count 2-2. Now 2 outs. Bombers can somehow play 2 more. They'll be in position for a run rule.
Yeah.
That is foul tipped, but Standiford couldn't hold on to that. So it's just a Bobby Lewis foul ball. Count stays 2-2. Jeremiah Jackson, the batter for Midwest City. He'll play second base whenever James Washburn pitches. And had a very good game Saturday against Tulsa Edison Prep. Several put-out opportunities. 2-2 delivery from Alexander. That is inside, ball 3. And now the base runners, that being Bain and Long, will take off with this pitch. And that misses. Long forgot to take off. Of course, I think he's normally a pitcher. But you know what? I have Tavinsky Long in class, Coach, so I may bring that up to him very, very gingerly.
There you go. Yeah, gingerly.
Like,
that's
hey,
right.
full count, 2 outs. You got to take off. You're at first base. So here's Darius Hawkins, who grounded out to shortstop his last at bat. Also flew out to left field. Bases loaded for Midwest City. That first pitch is outside for a ball.
Your new ball. Good idea. The pitching coach for Del City is Coach Johnston. I don't know if you know him, but he's a Midwest City guy. Graduated in 2011.
Okay.
Went on and played at Redlands and then up at Dodge City. And he's doing a good job. He's doing a good job with these pitchers. So I'm really happy that he's on the staff.
Do you know, is he a lay coach?
He is.
Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't teach there. Matter of fact, we got we got 4 assistant coaches, and 3 of the 4 are lay coaches.
Yeah, that's normal for baseball.
Yeah, that's true.
1-1 the count.
Whoop.
And that just misses Hawkins. And the count now goes 2-1. Midwest City can add to their 9-1 lead.
Good pitch.
Swung on and missed. Count evens now 2-2.
2-2-2.
Outside for ball. All the base runners should be taken off. We'll see if
Braxton didn't like that, Jordan. Kind of looked sideways at the umpire.
You just got to get out of your head, though. Payoff pitch. That is hit in the air to center field. Wormsley now the center fielder for Del City. He didn't have to move very far.
Good
and
job.
He makes the catch. So he moves to a new position and fielded just fine. And it's now 9-1. Bombers lead the Eagles on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Experience the best wash in town at Tommy's Express. You'll love our open and bright tunnels, easy loading flat belt conveyor, unlimited membership, and free vacuums and mat washers. Experience the difference and visit Tommy's Express today.
Whataburger, bring back our mushroom Swiss burger. I heard corporate said it's never gonna happen.
Corporate here. We had the bandwidth to circle back on this action item and
We're aligned. Bringing you grilled mushrooms, melty cheese, and creamy au jus sauce. If synergy like that isn't cool, then we don't know what is. The mushroom Swiss burger is back.
We're bringing back the hits.
What a burger!
Welcome back to Mid-Dill Baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network. I was wrong about Jesse Bain. He's coming on to play in the infield, I believe, as Jeremiah Jackson will be in to pitch. So he's moving from his second base spot, as Midwest City will take a 9-1 lead here in the top of the fifth inning. Of course, that's brought to you by Confidence Chevrolet Buick GMC. From oil changes to major repairs, we service all makes and models. Visit us today at Confidence Chevrolet Buick GMC, exit Hudeberg at 6100 Tinker Diagonal, Midwest City. Confidence is Cabinet. They are pretty close to my house.
Hey, Jordan, did you guys have your did the OSN have their banquet this year?
Yes, they did.
And who got the Sportscaster of the Year?
It's a great question. I actually don't know. I'll have to ask. I didn't go.
Oh.
It's in the middle of basketball season. It's really a busy time for me. So
Yeah, I know. I get it. Well, your turn's coming.
Yeah,
I thought maybe you got it this year. But
well, you know, I told you off air. I'll mention this. I'm not going to go too much detail, but Lenny Hatchett, I think, hooked me up with an award. It's not going to come from the OSN, but that's because of the work I do for basketball at the OSN.
Yeah, you bet.
And
do a great job.
Speaking of all that, tough to see Lenny go from his head coaching job, but I really like the new guy because he was at Lawton. I interviewed him a few times. I don't know if you had the chance to
I did, yeah.
meet Chavis Smith.
I did. I announced the games and had a chance to meet him. Yeah, it's really good for Coach Hatchett. You know, I mean, he obviously is a coach. We've watched him over the years, nine trips to state in 9 years at Del City. Inside. But he, he's got a daughter who's going to be a junior at Carl Albert. You know that, Jordan.
Absolutely.
He's got a son in middle school, and those kids are athletes, and so he'll be able to go to their games, and he's got to do it. And OSSAA just opened up, and, man, that's such a great fit for them and for him. Really happy for him.
So Demarion Bruton hit by a pitch, and now Cale Standifer will come up with a base runner. Yeah, I mean, I gotta say, like Chavis Smith had his team one win away from state.
That's right.
And with Lawton High, we had that game on the OSN.
Yeah, he came up and he met all the kids. I think he did that last week before maybe.
I will say this, maybe because of his son, but I don't think we've seen the last of Lenny Hatchett coaching.
Well, let's see. His son's in 6th grade, I think.
Yeah.
So 6, 7, 8. So that's 6 years he'll be out.
I'm just saying after his daughter's done playing, who knows what will happen. Anyway.
Well, that's true.
Taken off there is Bruton, and he gets under the tag. So stolen base for the number 9 here, Demarion Bruton. Cale Standifer had a base hit his last at bat. Flew out to left field his first at bat. Now he has a chance with a runner in scoring position here. Count now 2-1. And he hits one to center field. That is caught. Let's see if we can figure out who the center fielder is, if that's Tavinsky. Or do they move someone else there?
Now batting for Dell City, Wormsley.
I couldn't quite get a number on that one, but that's not the Tavinsky. They moved some players around, I think. But here's Jacoby Wormsley, who he's the center fielder now for Dell City. So there's now one out here in the top of the 5th inning. Jackson. That pitch is laced to center field. Coming on, making a really good play, and they get a double play there as Bruton didn't tag. And that's Mason Gamble. He moved to center field and had a good inning there defending that position. And went to the bottom of the 5th now with that double play. It's Midwest City 9, Dell City 1 on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Got to go back here. That's the game. So they're going to say that 8 runs, Coach, is enough for a run rule. So the game will come to an end. Midwest City will win 9-1. And they will head into postseason with on a 2-game win streak. Again, they're going to go to Pryor. They're the 2nd seed there at Pryor. So that's going to be their main opponent if they win their first game against Booker T. Dell City, they'll make a trip of their own to Elgin. Are you driving them, Coach?
I don't know. I may.
You don't know yet. Okay, well, if you do, say hi to the Elgin crew.
Yeah, I'll do that, Jordan. You bet.
Hey, if they can ask if they can stream Dell City's 2nd game, whoever that's against, because that will not be against Elgin. So I don't know if they're only doing Elgin games or what.
Okay.
All right, but anyway, I did want to do this before we go off the air, Coach. So here's a picture I was glad to take, even though.
All right, that was a great time.
I definitely look like I could lose a few pounds there.
Oh, we all could.
On the left, but anyway, it was an interesting game because that was at PC North in football when Dell City and Carlbert played, and Tom Carpenter and I got a call that game for the NFHS Network.
Yeah, did a great job.
Thank you. And you and Colton for Dell City.
Yep.
And there's Kirk Norman and Coach Goff for Carl Albert.
The originals.
Yeah, many of the originals. Coach Goff was in his third year.
That's right.
But the rest, the other 5, were originals. We met back at Carl Albert in their media room back in the summer of 2019.
That's right.
And it was a new gig for us. We had no idea what to expect on the Oklahoma Sports Network. And it was just amazing we've lasted that long.
Yeah.
And that was – and I thought it was pretty cool because I've had a really good working relationship with you, with Colton, with Kirk, even with Coach Goff. I got to have him on the coaches show a couple of times, so I got a chance to know him more.
Right.
And, of course, Tom Carpenter and I
you guys are a great team.
Well, we're going to be one of the longest-running teams on the OSN for football next year.
Yeah.
I don't know about the other schools in the Southwest or anything like that. Some maybe Eric Sherman and his buddies that call Lawton MacArthur. I don't know, but no. Tom and I we're heading in for year 7 next year, and it's great. We've had that much continuity.
And you guys are really good together. It's fun to watch and listen to you.
Thank you. And you know what? You and Colton were a great team.
We had fun together.
I look forward to how Colton will do moving to play-by-play with, I think, will be Ray Maytubby.
I think so.
And of course, Kirk Norman and Coach Goff, I believe they're heading into their 4th year in football, if that's how it stands.
Yeah.
And so, but it will be the 7th season for Kirk Norman. He's called so many state title games now in football.
Yeah.
And he'll be doing some baseball announcing coming up this week as well. We haven't had a chance to get him on yet, but he will be, and so look forward to that. And it's just it's always great for those who don't know, and many of you won't know. We meet up in August, and a lot of us ride together from Midwest City to Lawton.
Yeah.
And we get our beginning of the year banquet. Always Eric Sherman, our boss, provides good food, and it's just a good chance to catch up on things and
meet the new guys.
That's right.
Yeah.
But for Mid-Dell, it's always usually an old crew that's been together for a while, and we stay in touch throughout the year, and Anyway, this will be the last time, I believe, Coach, you'll be on the air, but I'm sure you're always welcome to come back whenever you're around again.
Yeah, thanks, Jordan. And it is probably my last time. And,
yeah.
You know, it's been fun. If you don't mind me, a couple comments. It's been fun watching you and watching you grow this program up in the Mid-Del area. I mean, Jordan, ladies and gentlemen, he's not only a guy that's going to be broadcasting, he's a guy that's out there pounding the pavement, getting the sponsors, also scheduling OSN up here, different games, and he does that all in addition to being a full-time teacher. That's not his normal job. So, you know, what you've done for OSN and for Mid-Del, component of OSN, is awesome. And we all appreciate it. I speak for everybody, I know, when I say thank you, Jordan, for your dedication and commitment to these kids and to OSN and the program.
Well, thank you, Captain.
And
I definitely enjoyed it better with how much time I spend on it. But, yeah, I really appreciate you've helped out with some sales as well for Del City.
It's been fun.
So we appreciate that.
You bet.
Anyway, so just want to say congratulations to John Kilty one more time as he is heading into retirement. And he'll be missed on the Oklahoma Sports Network. There's no doubt about it. Real quick, coming up this week in baseball, postseason played. So Del City and Elgin. That game will be on the Oklahoma Sports Network at 11 a.m. I know most of you watching, if you're Del City fans, you probably would not be able to make that trip. It's a Thursday morning, late Thursday morning, hour and a half away. So please tune in to the Oklahoma Sports Network and support the Eagles against the Owls. And then at Midwest City, again, we're not going to have that game on the Oklahoma Sports Network, but we will follow it as best we can and maybe talk about scores throughout the broadcast we have going on at that time. They host they play Booker T, and hopefully we'll play Pryor the next game and maybe put themselves in a position to get to state. And then Carl Albert, the two-time defending state champs in baseball, they will host their regional. Their first game will be 11 a.m. against Southeast. All right. For Captain Kilty, I'm Jordan Ray. Thanks again for watching Mid-Del Baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Thanks for watching this presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.